Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change right now. It's small, it's common, it's easy to overlook. But guess what? It could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. I'm talking about the 2011 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark. Yes, the one that says 1 cent on the back and Abraham Lincoln on the front. That ordinary-looking little coin could actually be worth up to $56,000 today if you've got the right one. Now I know what you're thinking. A penny from 2011? That sounds way too recent to be valuable. But stay with me because the story behind this coin is what makes it truly fascinating. First of all, let's break it down a bit. The 2011 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. You see, coins from the Philadelphia Mint usually don't carry a mint mark. So when you see a 2011 penny without any letters like D or S under the date, that's completely normal. But here's where things get interesting. Most of these pennies were minted by the billions. Yes, with AB. Over 5 billion Lincoln cents were produced at the Philadelphia Mint in 2011. That makes it one of the most common coins out there. So how can one of them be worth $56,000? It all comes down to condition, rarity of certain errors, and collector demand. Let's dig into that. You see, in the world of coin collecting, there's a concept known as a mint error. These are coins that left the mint with a flaw. Something went wrong during the production process, and those mistakes can be incredibly valuable. We're talking about things like double dies, off-center strikes, missing layers, die cracks, broad strikes, and so on. And every once in a while, a coin with an extremely rare and dramatic mint error escapes detection and ends up in circulation. That's where this particular 2011 Lincoln cent comes in. Point one such example of the 2011 penny without a mint mark sold at auction for $56,000 because of a combination of factors. First, it was in pristine condition. We're talking about a grade of MS67 or even higher. That means it looked like it had just come off the press. No scratches, no wear, no nicks. Pure perfection. Second, it featured a dramatic error that made it stand out from the rest. Some reports suggest this coin had an extremely rare double die obverse, meaning Lincoln's face and the inscriptions on the front were struck twice slightly off, creating a noticeable doubling effect. Others say it was a mule error or had a misaligned die, giving it that standout factor collectors crave. And when two or more serious collectors get into a bidding war over a coin that rare, the price can skyrocket. That's exactly what happened with this particular 2011 penny. Now, let's talk about how to spot one of these valuable errors. First, grab a magnifying glass or a coin loupe. Look closely at the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date on the front of the coin. If any of those look doubled or slightly off, that's your first clue. Also look for any unusual texture, shape, or features that make the coin stand out from others. Check the rim. Is it uneven or strangely thick on one side? Look at Lincoln's face. Do the details look blurry or like they're overlapping? These are signs of a possible error. Next, look at the coin's condition. The more flawless it is, the better your chances of it being worth serious money. A coin that's been rattling around in a drawer for years with dings and scratches might still be worth something if it has the right error, but collectors always pay a premium for coins in near-perfect condition. So if you think you've got a 2011 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that looks odd or perfect, don't spend it. Get it evaluated by a professional coin grader or appraiser. You can send it to PCGS or NGC, two of the most trusted grading companies in the world. They'll examine the coin, assign it a grade, and tell you if you've got something truly special. Let's also talk about the history of the Lincoln cent for a moment because it's one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. It was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. That made it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of a symbolic representation. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin's obverse has featured Lincoln's profile ever since. Over the decades, the reverse has changed. From wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial and now to the Union Shield starting in 2010. So the 2011 version falls into that newer design category, with the shield representing Lincoln's preservation of the United States during the Civil War. Even though these coins are modern, Collectors are increasingly turning their attention to post-2000 errors. That's because most people don't bother checking them, so the rarities are often overlooked. The thrill of the hunt is part of what makes coin collecting so much fun. And who wouldn't want to turn a penny into $56,000? Now, you might be wondering how often this happens. The truth is, coins like this are extremely rare. That's why they fetch such high prices. But rare doesn't mean impossible. New examples show up every few years and go to auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections, where they draw serious attention from coin experts and investors. So the bottom line is this: always check your change. That 2011 penny in your pocket might just be the next big discovery. Look for doubling, look for weird features, and keep an eye on condition. And if you find something promising, get it checked out. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about valuable coins you might have in your collection or even in your pocket right now, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next rare coin reveal. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a coin with a rare error or if you're going to go dig through your pennies right now. Who knows, the next $56,000 find might just be yours. Stay curious, keep collecting, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're into coins, collectibles, rare finds, or just curious about how something as small as a penny can be worth tens of thousands of dollars, then you're in for a real treat today. We're talking about the 2019 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny and how some of these seemingly ordinary coins are turning heads in the coin collecting world and selling for absolutely mind-blowing amounts of money. Yep, you heard that right. Some of these little copper coins are going for as much as $73,000. So grab your pocket change, check your couch cushions, and stick around because you might just be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. History of the 2019 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent has been around for more than a century, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent and was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person. Since then, it's gone through several design changes, but always kept Lincoln's portrait on the obverse. Fast forward to 2019, and it was a big year for U.S. coin collectors because it marked the 110th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. Now, in 2019, the U.S. Mint released several special versions of the penny. The most common were the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco minted coins. The Denver Mint coins are the ones with the D Mint mark, and they're the stars of today's story. Over 1 billion of these were struck, which might make you think they're all super common. But not all 2019 D pennies are created equal, and here's where things get interesting. Why some 2019 D pennies are worth so much so? You're probably wondering how a coin that was minted over 1 billion times could possibly be worth $73,000. It all comes down to condition, errors, and grading. Let's break it down. Most 2019 D pennies in circulation are worth face value 1 cent. But when a coin is in absolutely perfect condition, what collectors call mint state, or even MS70 condition, it can be worth a lot more. The coin market is all about rarity and demand. A 2019 D penny in pristine, untouched condition, with a perfect strike and no flaws, is extremely hard to find. Combine that with a unique mint error, like a double die, off-center strike, or a misaligned die, and now you've got a coin that collectors will pay thousands or even tens of thousands for. One of the most valuable examples known sold for a staggering $73,000 at auction. This coin was not only in perfect condition, but also had an ultra-rare minting error that made it truly one of a kind. That's the magic formula in coin collecting: perfect condition plus rare error equals serious cash. Grading explained. Let's talk about coin grading for a minute because it's a huge factor in determining value. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale by organizations like PCGS or NGC. A grade of MS70 means the coin is absolutely flawless, with no scratches, marks, or imperfections, even under magnification. These are the coins that bring in the big bucks. A 2019 D penny graded MS-67 or MS-68 might sell for a few hundred or even a few $1,000s depending on the market, but an MS-70 with a major error? That's where the five-figure price tags come in. Current market value and TRENDS. Now, let's talk about today's market. The value of coins like the 2019 D penny fluctuates based on demand, auction results, and how many high-grade examples are found. Right now, the top-tier versions of this coin, we're talking mint state condition with verified errors, are fetching anywhere from several $1,000s to upwards of $73,000 in rare cases. And as time goes on, if fewer high-grade coins are found, the value could go even higher. So it's not just about finding the coin, it's also about getting it graded and authenticated by a trusted third party. How to check your PNIS. So what should you do if you want to find one of these valuable 2019 D pennies? First, start checking your change. Look for coins that are super clean, shiny, and free of scratches. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, especially on the date or the word Liberty. Look for off-center strikes or anything that looks unusual. If you think you have something special, don't clean the coin. Cleaning a coin can actually lower its value. Instead, send it in to a professional grading service for evaluation. It might cost a little upfront, but it could be well worth it if your coin ends up being a hidden gem. Other rare pennies to look for, and while you're at it, keep an eye out for other rare pennies too. There's the 1943 copper penny, the 1955 double die, the 1969 S double die, and the 1983 double die reverse, all of which can be worth thousands. But even modern coins like the 2019 D penny are proving that it doesn't have to be old to be valuable. You just have to know what to look for. Oh, there you have it, the 2019 D Lincoln penny, a coin that most people ignore or toss in a jar, but in the right condition and with the right characteristics, can be worth as much as a brand new luxury car. If you've got one in your collection or find one in your change, it might be time to look a little closer. You could be holding on to something truly valuable. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content on coins and collectibles, and turn on notifications so you never miss a hidden treasure. Drop a comment below if you found a 2019 D penny or if you want me to cover any other coins that might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting and may your next penny be worth a fortune.